To Bangladesh next, where violence has escalated. The number of people killed in clashes between protesters and police has reached at least 39. Internet services are down across most of the country after protesters set fire to the headquarters of the main state broadcaster. Hundreds have been injured as police fired rubber bullets and tear gas to disperse the protesting students. They are angry about the reintroduction of a quota system that reserves a third of government jobs for families of veterans who fought in the 1971 War of Independence. And Amnesty International is reporting that Bangladeshi police used, quote, unlawful force against protesters. To go deeper on that issue, I'm now joined by Takbir Huda. He's the regional researcher for South Asia at Amnesty International. Mr. Huda, welcome. First of all, what does unlawful force mean? I mean, what kind of measures and treatments, actions are we talking about?
Right, thank you. So by unlawful force, we are really guided by international legal instruments, such as basic principles on the use of force and firearms by law enforcement officials that was published by the UN in 1990. So this chiefly looks at three basic principles when assessing whether or not the use of force has been lawful, such as legality, necessity, and proportionality. So the question always is, was there a legal, lawful objective that the law enforcement agency was seeking to achieve with the use of force? Was the use of force necessary, or could it have been resolved through non-violent means? And finally, if use of force is in fact needed, it must be proportionate to the seriousness of the offense and it must and also the objective. So this is the kind of measurement we apply when looking at the use of force. And by our assessment, the use of force that we witnessed earlier this week, which is when we did the analysis, was in fact unlawful.
And how did you verify this misconduct of police forces?
Right. So we do so by triangulating human intelligence and open source information and also geospatial intelligence. So we collected witness, accounts, eyewitness and victims with accounts from the ground over telephone calls. And also then we looked at, the information that was available on the internet and from media houses. And then we analyzed, with the assistance of our Citizens Evidence Lab at Amnesty, the video and photographic evidence that our partners on the ground were sharing with us. So from this, we were able to ascertain that the use of force was unlawful. And we, analyzed in particular the shooting of Abu Saeed, the first student who was known to be killed on, 15th July. So that day, on 16th July. So that, you can see that two officers were, discharging 12-gauge shotguns at him. And we assessed that through geospatial intelligence,